I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't.
Well, to no one's surprise, Coach, it is a snowy afternoon in upstate New York as you get a peek at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Darnold now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Let's go, boys. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Now it's Darnold. And connecting here with DJ Chark. 30. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. The kick by Marr is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 22. Operating from the gun. Allen is going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, high 7. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Allen to throw it. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
53, check 53. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 30, alert. 36. Motion. Runs up the helmet. Here we go. Check. Pass. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go. Let's go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Hey, exit.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Orbit. Mike 53, Mike.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Crowder now to return. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You draw courses. You know what? My five. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Darnold. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, Alpha. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 5. Mike 10.
To throw is Darnold. Being chased out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Mike 4. Get in the weight room. Mike 4.
2nd and 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check, check. Lucky. Red 80. Kill, 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 kill. Red 80.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
40 seconds for Mike. 40 seconds. 40 seconds for Mike. 40 seconds. Check, check, check.
Darnold on third down. And that's caught by Smith.
Come on, fellas.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Go get him. Hey, Zoo. Mike 5. Be a long day for you. Mike 5. Mike 5. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
From the 50, it's Darnold. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
Bye-bye, Beasley. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cole Beasley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, Haywood.
From the 16, Darnold. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And an alley to run. The 40. The 20. 10. 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Montgomery. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
What's up? Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike.
Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 5. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Now Darnold. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. The open man is Smith. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
We're going to sack. Mike 5. All day, baby, all day. Fire's the mic. Fire's the mic. And 80. Just like that. Mike 5. Mike 5. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike 5.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
We're going to sack. Mike 5. Get that quarterback. And all. Mike 5, Mike 5. Let's go. And 80. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Hey, Delta. Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 5. Mike 5. Watch the slant. 5 to the 10.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The kick by Maher is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Darnold now to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Darnold airing one out for Crowder. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Shit. On 52. Watch twist.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Check tight end. Check tight.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. Throwing deep here for Coleman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Blitz coming and down he goes. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Bravo!
Now it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll run on first down with Cannon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Motion, I got one. Mike 4. Yo, 80. Mike 4. Man, I got you. Go.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Crowder. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, 47. 47's the mark, boy, 47. Check, 47. Come on.
To throw is Darnold. That one complete. He finds Shark. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Jets, 1st down.
Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And this one complete to Smith. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Darnold. Looking deep for Demaryius. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, exit. Young lady.
Throwing again is Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of it.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw, Darnold. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Yeah.